The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,234,202. The confirmed number of deaths comes to 23,930. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 7,263, with total confirmed deaths remaining at 211. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's 4 p.m. on Wednesday, May 5th. Los Angeles County officially meets the threshold to move out of the orange tier and into the least restrictive yellow tier. Los Angeles County Public Health Director Dr. Barbara Ferrer says a new health order will be released with updates on what restrictions will be lifted under this new framework by tomorrow. Entering the yellow tier means higher capacity limits at most businesses, fitness centers, restaurants, card rooms, along with expanding indoor and outdoor attendance at events, as well as capacity at amusement parks. And as many celebrate Cinco De Mayo today, public health officials are urging everyone to take caution tonight, avoiding large crowds, celebrating outdoors, and wearing a mask at all times, except to eat and drink. As alcohol lowers inhibitions, everyone is asked to drink responsibly and protect yourself and others, and never drink and drive. Torrance Police will also have additional officers on patrol tonight through midnight to look for drivers under the influence. According to the state's updated blueprint tier numbers, LA County's adjusted case rate dropped from 1.9 new cases per 100,000 people to 1.6 new cases per 100,000. Now, while some restrictions may ease in the yellow tier, safety modifications, including wearing masks, social distancing, and infection control measures, will still remain in place. State officials are asking residents to stay in California this summer to help boost the local economy. As the state gets ready to fully reopen by mid-June, Governor Gavin Newsom and travel industry executives are asking Californians to spend locally and rediscover all the state has to offer. Industry officials say tourism revenue in the state has dropped from $145 billion in 2019 to $65 billion last year, and isn't expected to rebound to pre-pandemic levels until at least 2024. Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounalakis says, quote, "It's a call to all Californians to not only help support this industry, which supports so many jobs in so many small businesses, but also the fact that it's time you can safely get out in public again. And I think we all need a little getaway." Data shows that in June 2020 through February 2021, residents left California to vacation out of state, losing out on nearly $12 billion, of which $1 billion went to Mexico's economy. Now, if you're looking for great things to do around town, visit the newly opened California Welcome Center at Del Amo Fashion Center. There you'll find the inside scoop on the many destinations, restaurants, sites, and activities to do in California, along with travel information and brochures, lodging, memorable merchandise, maps, and much more. Local health officials are stressing the importance of remembering to get children to their annual doctor visits to get their routine vaccines despite the ongoing pandemic. While much of the focus this past year has been on the COVID-19 vaccine, officials say routine child vaccinations that help remove the risk of diseases like polio, tetanus, measles, and mumps are also important. Health leaders say they've noticed a decreasing trend this year in those vaccination rates. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released data in 2020 that found a drop in standard childhood vaccinations as a result of quarantine and stay-at-home orders. And now, with many of the restrictions lifting as COVID numbers decline, healthcare experts say schedule those appointments and do not delay. The United States Postal Service is warning the public about a new scam that's trending and how not to fall victim. Officials say if you receive a text message or email that says it's from the USPS, don't click on the link. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service is alerting the public that scammers are sending fake emails known as phishing and phony text messages known as smishing. The messages prompt customers to confirm their personal delivery information by clicking a link or downloading an attachment that, when open, can activate a virus and steal information such as usernames, passwords, and financial account information. Postal inspectors say do not send text messages or emails about unclaimed packages or delivery attempts. Examine the message closely and see who the email address is from. Look for poor grammar and spelling errors, as well as keeping security software and applications up to date. You can report any fraudulent emails to spam@USPS.gov by forwarding the email or copy the body of the suspicious text message into a new email or attaching a screenshot of the text message. Hyundai is recalling more than 390,000 cars in the U.S. and Canada for problems that could cause engine fires. This is the largest recall, including nearly 203,000 Santa Fe Sport SUVs from 2013 to 2015, with some being recalled a second time. According to the U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, brake fluid can leak into the anti-lock brake computer, causing an electrical short that can lead to fires. Owners are advised to park outdoors and away from structures until the problem is fixed. Notifications are expected to be mailed out in June. The brake computer problem has caused 17 fires so far in the U.S., with no injuries reported. The other recall covers nearly 187,000 2019 and 2020 Elantras, 2019 through 2021 Konas, and Velosters. A number of restaurants and businesses are taking part in the Cinco De Mayo festivities with free giveaways, freebies, and deals. The fast casual Mexican restaurant chain Chipotle launched its signature trivia game, Chipotle IQ, giving the first 250,000 fans who correctly answer 10 questions about the brand a special buy one, get one coupon. Fans who score a perfect mark on the test but miss out on the BOGO deal will also be entered to win one of 100 limited edition $500 Chipotle gift cards. You can also participate in additional gift card giveaways on their Instagram page. Then Blaze Pizza unveiled a new limited time collaboration with Tajin Chili Lime Seasoning and will give away more than 50,000 mini bottles of the seasoning at participating Blaze restaurants nationwide. And as for 7-Eleven, if you're a 7 Rewards member, you can grab a small Slurpee and 4 mini tacos for just $1. This deal is only redeemable today in stores through the 7-Eleven app. And while it may not be a Cinco de Mayo giveaway, Krispy Kreme continues to give away free donuts every day if you show proof of getting your COVID-19 vaccine. That's valid through the end of the year. The early earthquake warning system Shakealert is expanding and is able to reach more than 50 million people across California, Oregon, and now Washington. This is an early earthquake system that's been 15 years in the making, and people can now receive notices on their cell phones seconds before they feel any shaking. The system went live in Washington state this week. It launched in California in 2019, then expanded to Oregon in March of this year. Residents in these 3 states can receive alerts from FEMA's wireless emergency alert system, third-party phone apps, and other technologies. The Shakealert system is a network of motion sensors located about 10 feet below the ground that collect and share information about the magnitude, location, and shaking of earthquakes that strike the West Coast. The system detects earthquakes with a magnitude 3.5 or bigger. The early warning system was designed to help save lives and reduce injuries by giving people time to drop, cover, and hold on. This has also helped to trigger automated actions such as the slowing down of trains to avoid derailments and close valves to protect water and gas systems. Well, from earthquakes to fires, the key to survival is preparedness, and the American Red Cross is helping to make sure families have a plan in place. The Red Cross launched its latest campaign called Sound the Alarm, with the goal of making families and communities safer from home fires. Red Cross officials said just in the first few months of 2021, they've responded to 16% more home fires than the same time last year. Fires are the most frequent disasters in American households, and as many have spent a majority of their time in their homes during the COVID-19 pandemic, home fires, loss of property, and death have increased nationwide. Just in the first 4 months of this 2021, the American Red Cross provided disaster assistance, lodging, and support service to 233 individuals in Long Beach and the South Bay area. Sound the Alarm is an effort to educate 100,000 people in at-risk communities about home fire safety. And this Saturday, the Red Cross will host a day of action where volunteers will meet with families by appointment outside of their homes to review a home fire safety checklist and help create an escape plan for the family that could be practiced in a 2-minute drill. You can learn more at soundthealarm.org. Torrance City Council members met last night to discuss city business. Items on the agenda included a proclamation declaring May 2nd through the 8th as Municipal Clerks Week in the city of Torrance. Torrance's City Clerk Rebecca Poirier shared some of their many accomplishments throughout the past year as she praised her team in the City Clerk's office for all of their hard work. She shared that the number of public records requests, documents scanned, imported, filed, and forms processed did not slow down, even during a pandemic. Also under Community Matters, the month of May was proclaimed as Older Americans Month in the city of Torrance. Each May, the community is encouraged to honor and recognize the tremendous contributions of older Americans. Then 21 8th grade students were recognized as members of this year's Students and Government Day program. They were acknowledged for their perseverance and dedication to the program, despite having to hold meetings virtually and participate remotely. These 21 students are from various Torrance area middle schools, from private and public institutions. They act as a liaison between students and the local government. Kudos to each of you. Then the city's Community Services Department also gave an update on the launch of their new Coyote Management Program, an online portal designed to make it easier to report sightings, as well as learn more about the Coyote Management Program. There was much more discussed last night. You can catch the full replay of the meeting online right here on our channel, as well as on social media. As COVID-19 case rates continue to decline and we move into the least restrictive yellow tier, many local businesses continue to reel from the impacts of 2020. likely having experienced some of the most difficult times in their lifetime. We check in with Donna Duperon, the president and CEO of the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, to see in the midst of these difficult times what inspiring stories have emerged. Christine Lee has more on today's Wellness Wednesday.
COVID-19 has been challenging for many of our local businesses, but in midst of the difficult times, there have also been some positive and inspiring stories. Joining me today is Donna Duperon, who is the president and CEO of the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce. Donna, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get right to it. What have been some of the biggest challenges faced by our local businesses?
I think some of the biggest challenges that are faced, and it's been a variety since the beginning of the pandemic, but I think a lot of it is buying trends of consumers, where a lot of them just really stayed at home and used Instacart or the internet to purchase. Some of it might be forced closures, and then the open again, not open again, different guidelines and protocols handed down. And then the unemployment, that has impacted really the buying trends of consumers. But it's just been a variety of different things throughout.
Yeah, as a small business owner myself, I can identify with many of these challenges, but you've talked to some businesses who have learned to pivot during these hard times to keep their businesses afloat.
Yes, the Chamber from the get-go actually hosted a lot of industry-specific segmented roundtables. And from what we learned there is there was just a need to share information and collaborate with one another. And I think one of the things that we realized is that businesses really want to help each other succeed. So we did have a lot of sharing and partnering throughout the last year as well.
Yeah, and it seems creativity and connectivity both played crucial roles in these success stories. Can you share some resources from the Chamber for businesses during this time to encourage them?
Yes, the Chamber actually has a weekly online newsletter, and it doesn't have to be just for Chamber members. So any business, any resident can sign up for that newsletter online at www.torrancechamber.com. And within that newsletter, we have important notices from the Department of Health, from the state of California, from the city of Torrance. So there's a lot of information that we have offered through that newsletter. And we also have different sections in our website that answer a lot of questions.
Yes, your website has been so helpful. Thank you so much, Donna, for taking the time to chat with us again.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
For the latest news and updates from the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce, you can log on to torrancechamber.com.
Thanks, Christine. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Restaurant Week is here, and if you haven't had a chance to check it out, you still have a few more days to see what it's all about. Discover Torrance launched this special promotion as a fun way to explore local eateries. Restaurant Week runs through Friday. To view the list of participating restaurants, go to discovertorrance.com/restaurantweek2021. What a great way to show how we care for our local businesses, one delicious meal at a time. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that is our update for COVID-19 today. We'll see you back here tomorrow as Bella Shaw brings you the latest. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.